Hello, my name is Jackie Kirkup and welcome to Spotlight on Souris. Today is Thursday, November the 28th, 2024. I have with me here Lori Denbow on my far right and Johnathan Hoskin here in the middle. And they're here to speak to us tonight about the upcoming Blue Christmas that is happening in Souris. So I will turn it over to the two of you. Johnathan's representing the Souris Ministerial Association and Lori the Palliative Care Association. So I'll turn it over to Johnathan to explain a little bit about what's happening.
Sure. Well, so I'm here just on behalf of the Ministerial Association, and the Ministerial Association is just a group of the ministers from the different churches in town, and sometimes not all the churches in town have a minister, and so then a representative from that church will meet with us.
Right.
And there are all kinds of things that we work on together, that we do together, and so we coordinate those things together. Sometimes there are things that maybe we couldn't do on our own. And sometimes they're just things that we shouldn't do on our own. And I would say we're going to be talking about the Blue Christmas, and I would say this is one of those things that we shouldn't do on our own. It's something we should be doing together and opening up for everybody, rather than everybody sort of siloing off and doing it on their own.
Yes.
Something to do together.
Yeah, I agree. That's a great idea, and it always amazes me. I know graduation is often something that you come together on and do things with, but I'm always amazed, like there's a lot of churches here in Souris.
There are.
Yeah, it's really neat that the community or those communities can come together.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is. It
Wonderful.
is. Good point.
And Lori, you were here just a couple of weeks ago and we talked about palliative care, and so I'm glad to see you back here tonight and share with us what the role is that you will have at the Blue Christmas.
The palliative care volunteers, they provide a lot of comfort care to clients prior to end of life and help families out and that sort of thing. So the Blue Christmas is just kind of a little extension of that sort of thing. Often when we're sitting with someone, you get to know the family a little, you get to know the client a little, depends how long you might sit, and so often it's just nice to have some kind of follow-up, and I think this will be a nice follow-up to everything we've done in this year. And this year we've been much more active than we had been since COVID. So.
Yeah. And not an easy time for people, at this time of the year. So what a lovely idea.
Yeah, I think that I don't think I need to say anything more really about what palliative does for the community, because we've kind of gone through that. But this is just something that we were interested in, and you folks were.
Yeah.
Okay,
And things started to happen.
Yeah.
That's perfect. I'm just going to turn it over here to Johnathan to tell us what the Blue Christmas service is all about.
Right. So you alluded to it. You said that for some people this is a difficult time of year, and that's what the Blue Christmas service is about. Recognizing and really honoring that there are a lot of joys that come with Christmas for a lot of people, but those are tied to memories of Christmases that have gone before. Those are tied to the things we've done and the people we've done it with. And for people who have lost someone they love, Christmas can be a really hard time because those memories come back, right?
Yes,
And those people aren't there. They're in so many different ways we almost ritualize the way that we go through our Christmas traditions, and there are stories that someone tells that someone else doesn't tell, and you've got to leave it for that person well, who's going to tell that story this year if that person is gone?
That's right.
And is it going to be Christmas if I don't hear that story? So it's about honoring that's a reality in people's lives, and so making a space where we can come together and honor that truth. Now we this year it's been a few years since we've had a Blue Christmas service in Souris, and so we wanted to start doing that again. It's something that offering every year, because we've lost people every year. We lose new people, and so there are new people who are grieving, and there are other people who are still working through and dealing with realities in their lives from previous years as well. So it's something that's important to continue to have ongoing, and because Palliative had been doing the Christmas Tree of Remembrance, we thought maybe we can pull them together and do something together, and so they were happy to jump on board.
Here we are.
Yeah.
When Lori was here a few weeks ago, it was like, you ended up being in the same spot all at the same time. Pure coincidence, and maybe not. And here we are talking about it here to tell people about it coming up. So is this service open to anybody?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it's aimed at people who are working through or experiencing grief as they're coming into Christmas. But I mean, we're not going to turn anyone away at the door.
Definitely not.
But just recognize who it's for.
That's right.
And if people are respectful of that, then certainly they can be there and support one another in whatever ways they feel are appropriate. Yeah.
Wonderful. So Lori, can you tell us what the palliative care's role is on Sunday evening?
Okay, can I go back a little bit?
You can go back.
I was just gonna say, just for the community, especially for new people that have moved to town, if we go back to when we first lived in Souris in the 80s, the triangle down between the hotel and the business section had a beautiful, beautiful big evergreen tree there. And at that time, I believe there was even children that brought handmade ornaments, and they had a little quick service in some sub-zero weather quite often. And slowly, Manitoba's weather in late fall isn't too dependable, and also that tree got cut down.
Yes, it sure did.
It got to be quite it blocked the view for traffic. So then there was a couple of years, I believe, that there was a tree outside of Kowalchuk's funeral home that was used, and then I believe that was my first year in Palliative, but I couldn't attend due to a work commitment that evening. And then eventually we moved inside to the Civic Center.
Right.
We still are putting our tree up in the Civic Center.
Oh, okay,
The
excellent.
Civic Center is still going to take any donations that come from palliative care at the end of the year, which is often part of that. But we do feel fortunate to be joining with you folks this year. During the service, we are going to have so many of our palliative care ornaments. I'll just hold them up here. They're just ornaments that are on the tree at the Civic Center, and we'll have some at the church as well. And if people wish to, they can let us know that they would like to hang one on the tree there, and they'll stay on that tree for the duration of the Christmas period.
Nice.
And if someone needs help getting ornament on the tree, we'll have two people there to help them.
Oh, very good.
Then towards the end of the service, when people are thinking maybe that they're ready to move on, then the palliative care girls have made some cookies, and we'll have some apple cider and something cold to drink, likely for the kids, and that'll be downstairs, so anybody's welcome to move down there if they wish at the end.
That sounds like a very nice ending to the evening.
Yeah.
And what about the ministerial association's role at the Blue Christmas service?
Right. Well, we've sort of put together what the service will look like. We've got Chaplain Joe Ball coming. He's with the Prairie Mountain Health region. He's at the hospital in Brandon.
Okay.
Usually he's the chaplain there, but he's going to come and he'll be our guest speaker. And we've chosen some scripture readings. There's going to be some candles lit, and time for prayer and reflection. And of course, then there will also be some of us, the members, the ministers from the churches,
Right.
will be there. And if
Yes.
people would like to talk or like us to pray with them, we'll be available for that. Obviously, there won't be any sort of we're not kicking people out at the end, right? People will be allowed to sit and
Right.
and to
Yeah,
take
time
their
of
time
fellowship,
as they
yeah.
need. Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah.
Sounds wonderful. I, at the very start, and this was silly of me, like, this is coming up. So when is this happening? We should mention that. That's pretty important.
We should, yeah. Sunday, this Sunday at 7 in the evening.
Okay.
So December 1st is
Okay.
this Sunday.
Oh
Yeah.
my goodness.
So it's coming up really quick.
It
Yeah.
sure is.
Yeah, at 7 in the evening at St. Mary's
Okay.
at the Roman Catholic Church.
Yes, okay.
And they were the ones who offered. They said, well, we've got this tree. We always put it up, but we don't have ornaments on it usually. We would love to be able to have those ornaments that people would place in memory of their loved ones, and then to have that in their worship space throughout all of Advent and Christmas season.
Wow.
So
Just as lovely that so many of you have come together to put this on for the members of the community. It's very special.
well, it's a special community. There's-
I would agree.
Next year, we'll have a little more notice.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah.
That's
The
okay.
first year, there's
Yeah.
always those
You gotta figure
quick
those things
decisions
out.
and.
Yep.
Yeah.
So is there anything else that we need to share about what's coming up on Sunday? I think we covered a lot of everything.
I think we have.
Yeah, I think so. Well, it's a
Yeah.
pleasure to have you both
Thank you.
here, and I'm looking forward to coming to my very first Blue Christmas on Sunday.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see you there.
You will see me there. So just to remind everybody, the Blue Christmas service is this coming Sunday, December the 1st at, pardon me, what is the time?
7.
At
7 o'clock at the St. Mary's Catholic Church here in Souris. This has been Spotlight on Souris for Thursday, November the 28th, 2024.